Hey everybody, it's me Chris. I'm back in the kitchen and it's Thanksgiving coming up next week. So I want to show you how to make turkey roulade. And that's usually what I do. I don't like roasting a whole turkey. I'd rather have the breast separate and rolled up with some nice stuffing, and I'll roast the dark meat separately. It cooks faster, and to be honest, I'm just not that good at roasting whole turkey, so that's another reason I do it that way. And I like making roulade. So look what I got here. I already took my turkey, I deboned both breasts. I left some skin right on the outside to help keep it moist. And I got my legs and my wings over here. I put some olive oil, salt and pepper. I'm just gonna throw those in the oven to start roasting while I work on my roulade. So I got my two breasts here connected, and you can see on top here it's much thicker. So first thing I want to do is just even this out. So I'm just going to make a small cut along this side, all right, and I just want to open this up a little bit just to even it out. And I'll do the same on this side, and it doesn't take a lot. I just want to kind of make it as flat as I can. And then I got some plastic wrap here. I'm going to take this glove off, and I'm going to come in, and I just want to pound this out a little bit, the flat side of my meat mallet, just to make it even. Alright, so this looks pretty good. I can take my plastic off. I'm going to set the mallet over here. And first thing I want to do is to season the inside of the bird, just lightly with some salt and some pepper. And for my stuffing, now when I make this for Thanksgiving, I'm going to make my sausage stuffing. But here I'm just using some stovetop that I made, which is really good, and it's perfect for this type of application. It's very, very flavorful. It soaks up the juices of the turkey really nice. So I want to put a good amount and spread it out evenly, and I'll show you how we roll this up. Alright, so this looks pretty good. Now all I got to do is roll this up, almost kind of like you make a jelly roll. Alright, so I'm going to go from one side, keep rolling, and you want to try and keep as much of the stuffing in there as you can. Some will fall out, and that's okay. So you can see I still got a decent amount of skin left on top, and that's going to add some flavor, and that's going to roast and get nice and crispy like it would on a regular turkey. But you can see how nice and tight this is, how well it came together. Let me just wash my hands. I'll show you how to tie it. Alright, I'm ready to tie up my roulade. Now pay attention to this technique, because this will serve you really, really well if you get the hang of it. Any roast you make, roast beef, pork roast, turkey roulade, I'm going to show you the method to tie it up, okay? And we'll use just one piece of string. So give yourself some slack here. And I'm going to start in the back, and I'm going to just make the first knot and then the second one to hold it in place, and I'll use this piece of string later. Now let me show you the technique. Hold the string with your right hand, reach over with your left, okay? Now you've made it like kind of like a slip knot, and come over and slide underneath and just pull it tight, and hold your finger there for your mark, okay? And again, with your right hand underneath, left hand over top, underneath, back up, and hold it and pull. Okay, so you're only going to do one piece of string instead of having to cut it and make a whole bunch of different knots, okay? Do again, and then again, and back up, and tight. And I think that should be good. And now I'm going to come underneath the roulade and to the back, and this is going to help hold the whole thing together. And I'll tie this piece here. We'll do once and twice. And now I can cut my string, and this will be ready to get going in the oven. Alright, so before this goes in the oven, one last thing. I got some softened butter here. I'm just going to put some on top, and it'll melt and come down the sides as it cooks. Okay. And you can put as little or as much as you want. You could melt it as well and just paint it on top. Okay, I think that's enough. And then I'm going to season the top part, the skin part, with some kosher salt and some fresh cracked pepper. And I'm going to transfer this over to my baking sheet. Alright, so this is ready to get in the oven. I got my oven at 325 and it's going to bake for about an hour and a half. But I'm going to use this, I just got this, it was only $11. It's an oven thermometer, it comes with an alarm. So I set the temperature to 165 and I'm just going to put the probe right into the thickest part, into the center. And this will sit on top of the oven so I don't even have to look at it. Once that alarm goes off, it'll be ready and we'll slice it. I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so my turkey roulade is ready. I took it out at 165. I let it rest for at least 30 minutes, up to an hour. You really want to give it a chance for the juices to go back inside the breast. And you can see here it looks really, really good. So I'm just going to start to remove the string. You can cut it in a few places and get this string off. And this piece right here, this is the chef's piece. That one's for me. Okay. Get my scissors. And you can see the pan over here, because I lined it with foil, it's going to make for a really easy cleanup. I don't even need to wash that pan. A couple more pieces of string here. Okay, there we go. And I'll set these aside and I'm going to slice them, show you what it looks like. So I got a slicing knife here. Cut one more piece. And you want to make these thick slices. So you can see this is a good 3/4 of an inch. And because I cooked it to the perfect temperature, it's still nice and moist. Let me give this a try. Really, really delicious. It's really a great way to make Thanksgiving dinner. Do it a little bit differently. I can tell you the meat is moist and juicy, and the stuffing has absorbed all the juices from the turkey. It's absolutely delicious. I have my wings and my legs here that I roasted separately. Okay, and you could serve that on the side for the people that like dark meat. So listen, you don't even have to debone it. I deboned this breast myself. If you got a butcher, you could have the butcher do it. That'd be great. But you really got to try this turkey roulade. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget, you got to subscribe. And I hope you try this recipe. Thanks again.